I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play the Arcana Prologue update together! Yay!
1. The Magician.
I'm so excited.
I am Corazón, a student of the magical arts. I live and train in Vesuvia, a port city crisscrossed by canals and narrow cobbled streets.
Well, we need to know there are canals.
Tonight, the evening fog is thick, blanketing the street in an ethereal, milky glow. The perfect time to begin a journey.
Such journeys.
I'll miss you, Corazón. This is Asura, the magician, my master in the magical arts. Though he's taught me all I know, he frequently disappears on journeys to parts unknown.
Poof! Goodbye! He's gone!
He's a little smelly sometimes when he leaves, but it's okay.
Asura!
Goodbye, Asura. The shop won't be the same without you around. Asura says nothing, though a faint, fond smile flickers across his face.
I know. It sucks
me.
for you while I'm gone.
Sucks to be you.
Bye!
Bye, bitch. Must you leave tonight? You know the answer to that.
But I asked the question anyway!
I sigh, conceding the point, without any amount of argument or anything, because he's just constantly a dick in that way. It's okay, though. Asura comes and goes as he pleases, like I don't really matter. Like, you know, I'm just a thing, according to his whims, whatever they might be. The wind blows that way, he falls out the door. The wind blows the other way, he ends up in the attic. Who knows?
According to his whims, but my whims don't matter. Nothing I say matters.
No, of course not. Oh, but before I go, hold out your hand. I have a surprise for you.
Will it be a good surprise?
Or a bad surprise?
This isn't going to be that time that you put the fire scorpion in my hand, will it?
Really? Like, that was funny.
But terrifying.
After, like, I got the swelling down. But, you know, like...
It was very pretty.
It's like...
And very painful.
We were just talking about fire scorpions, and I thought it was a bad lead-in, okay?
I thought that you could handle it, and that it would just cool yourself. It didn't
work, okay.
It's fine.
But, his eyes twinkling in the low lamplight, he sets a deck of cards in my palm.
Plop.
My tarot deck. It's yours now.
You know what? I like that. That's actually a change.
It is actually a solid
He said he
change.
would, like, loan it to you, or you could keep it while he was gone. Now it's yours.
It is now ours,
Okay.
shockingly. Like, so there have already been some minor changes, which has been really interesting already. And actually, it was even interesting, so some context for you guys really quickly. Actually, we went back and we sort of replayed bits of the prologue as what we currently had before the update.
The old version.
And we were actually a little bit confused because they had already done some minor changes. Like, some of the
From
wording
when
has
we
been
recorded
shuffled
it.
around. Yeah, it's a little interesting.
If you're new here, we've played the old Arcana update, and we have it available. There's a playlist linked below.
Yep,
And
for the prologue at least.
Like I said, for the prologue.
Yep.
And then we're trying the update, and we didn't go through the whole entire old one, but even when we glanced through it on the game, we're like, there were some minor differences before they did the grand update.
Yep.
So our videos are one collection of it that may not ever exist again.
Hey! And
Anyway.
that's okay. Truth be told, I should have given it to you a while ago.
Because we were ready. Master, we were ready.
I should have given it to you a while ago, but I kept going out the door for one reason or another, and the wind blew and I was gone, and then this sort of thing happened, and I tripped and I fell down the stairs and I broke my face, and I just had to keep going.
I should have given it to you a while ago. But you can have it now.
Are you alright? I look uncertainly between Asura and the cards.
This is giving it to me?
He's giving to me, I'm not sure.
So if someone else says I will give it to you, this is this.
Right, okay.
Asura
created the tarot deck himself. He actually played a game called Solitaire.
Yes.
He tells me about it once in a while, but, you know, I really never got a complete story about it, and that's okay. And he imbued it with some great power. I don't know what kind of power, but it is a power. Nonetheless, it's just a great power. I know it's great, because clearly I've had contrast, and I just understand...
I know what normal power is versus great power.
Basically, I'm a normie. That is what I am. I am Normie Corazón. It's okay.
I just love this idea of going, so Asura created the deck himself. He's told me this story a few times, but only when he's really drunk and I'm very tired. And when I'm very drunk too. So I remember pieces of it.
I remember pieces. It was something about
with
something.
With
people,
you know, going places and turning people into cards, I think.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Why would he give it to me, though? I don't know. So wait, you think I'm ready, Master? Or you think I want your creepy deck? Unless it's like unfashionable, I really don't see why.
I was honestly hoping they would change this choice because the creepy deck one is a really strong rebuttal.
Right.
It's
really aggressive compared to you think I'm ready, which is just sort of like, hi, I'm just still within the range.
Additionally, the previous dialogue of going, why would he give it to me? You think I'm ready, Master, and why are you giving me this? Would be really good choices.
Right,
there.
rather than creepy.
Right, and again, the setup we've had is there isn't anything to suggest that we find our master or his deck creepy.
Or the things
he created it. He made it with great power. He made it himself. Not, why is that creepy?
Right?
So that question still feels off to me. I was hoping they would redo that one, but here we are. So what do you think, my dude?
My dude, my homie, my bro, my lady, my dude, my whatever, my non-binary. So, honestly, I still would go with you think I'm ready, Master, because I still think that you think I want your creepy deck is way too aggressive.
Sounds really weird.
And still, even for this setup, where it is still pretty much like, this is my master, I trust this guy, he leaves, he's still kind of frustrating, but there's really, there has been no lead-in whatsoever to...
For creepy or unnerving or uncomfortable.
Anything like that I would personally find to be really creepy. So it's just, you think I'm ready, Master? You think I'm ready, Master? You're still calling me that. I blush at that for some reason that I will never explain.
You gave me that term to use, so why not?
So why not? This is sort of like, you say sensei. Would you rather I said sensei?
So that's one of those things that I've talked about before, even in real life or literature, is this idea that if you give someone a name to call you, if you then want them to call you something else, there needs to be a discussion about it, especially if it's a different level of formality. Right. In the way that in anime sometimes they're like, you can call me by my first name, and the other character's like, no.
Right.
Like, that's just way too personal for me.
Right.
And it doesn't mean that you're not allowing it. It means that I can't be comfortable that way.
But also then that's a level of, cultural context that you would have. If in this case, Asura's like, I've asked you to stop calling me Master, it's because I've tried to teach you basically a cultural thing without directly teaching you, so I haven't been successful. So Corazón, in this case, since... I know, honestly, within the context of the game itself, it's probably more like a thing of going, oh, teehee, you call him Master, and he's like, ooh, I'm blushy.
I don't really want to be completely in charge of you in all ways.
Because I'm interested in dating you, because this is clearly a dating game.
Because he's a dating option. It was on the front screen, so we know that.
We know that. It was clearly there. Can't answer for you. You must decide when you are ready.
Yes.
You are more than capable of handling anything the Arcana revealed to you.
Wait. The Arcana revealed to you. That is the way it is, worded, because the Arcana is plural. Yeah. So it isn't reveals, it's reveal.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I missed that before. All right.
The well-worn cards seem to thrum in my hands. I turn the tarot deck over in my hands, steadying the animal-headed figures on the cards. I won't get to see any of them, while anybody else needs to interact with them, but it's okay.
They're not also all animal-headed figures.
They're not,
because once you get into, wands and swords and cups and things, that's just an animal, as far as we've seen of the deck itself.
Right. Well, it's also, again, going, how far are we going for the tarot? Is it actually just strictly an animal-based deck? Because some people will go, my 10 of swords has an animal in it.
So when we've seen the deck so the game, if you're not familiar with it, you're probably going to be a little bit lost at this, but if you are familiar with it, it's totally in the other part of the game where you go and you do your daily tarot readings.
Yes.
It shows you the deck as you pick cards, and only the major arcana, as far as I can tell, are animal-headed things. The rest of them just have animals in them.
Shockingly, you are wrong.
I am?
They do have animals in them, but they're they talk about, so there was one of the polls that I did recently that was literally like a shark with, cups around it. Yeah. And I understand it's got animals in it, but it, seems to refer to the shark anyway, which I thought it was either shark or, it was, cups or swords, but it doesn't really matter. But it was one of those things where, it does still kind of, refer to the entity of that, whatever that being is, that animal.
But again, if you're talking about pictures...
Right.
They're not animal-headed if they're full animals.
That's okay. That's a good distinguishing. Okay.
They're not animal-headed.
So what we're having a Stargate thing.
We're having basically
the head. Here's the Egyptian god, and it's got the head of an animal. Yeah. Okay. Asura finishes gathering up his traveling things, then turns back to me. I'm sorry you can't come with me.
Why can't I?
Why not? But is there anything you'd like me to bring back from this trip? Is this a Beauty and the Beast reference? I still want to know.
Right, because all the time go, my favorite child. Is there anything you want? I'll bring you anything from
this trip. Daddy will do it for you. Are you ready?
Maybe you're not as an adventurous type. Maybe Corazón isn't as adventurous as
Corazón might just really like fashionable things. You never know that.
No, but might not be like, why can't I come with you? Just be like, yeah, I'm fine here tending the shop. This is fine. I'm a homebody.
It's okay. I don't don't need to do anything.
But I love gifts. Bring me things.
It's fine. I glance
look
over
at
at the
it.
shop's cramped shelves, full of magical reagents and whatever the crap that was. 'cause
Trinkets.
Trinkets, thank you. I skipped myself too fast. We're running low on powdered aconite and fogwood bark.
That's new, I think.
I...
That sounds completely new.
No,
I
it
could be
doesn't
wrong.
actually. It doesn't sound familiar.
It's okay.
Again, we haven't played this section of the game for a while. We went through a couple of things, like I said, a little bit ago, and I kind of stopped and I was laughing because some of the stuff really, like, in the version at least that we had before the update, it was really, like, completely different.
Yes.
So it was really interesting in that way. All right. Anything else? Something more exciting? I laugh, remembering the last bizarre curio he brought home.
Oh dear, that's
this is
new.
new.
That is totally new.
That is... It took us 3 days to put the kitchen back together, and our curtains still change colors when it rains.
I love that. That's charming. Okay, but that suggests that there's so many other random things that happen around there, because it's not going like, this is the only thing. It's just bizarre curios all the time, and the last one was the kitchen. So their entire place is like a haunted, sort of like completely mystical, weird conglomeration of different magical effects.
We've become Margaret Thatcher, or Jeremy Thatcher Dragon Hatcher.
Okay.
Because the thing is, remember how... So if you guys don't know, in the 90s, there was a series of basically kids' books that all came out that all had the magical shop background.
By Bruce Covell.
Yeah, but I don't know the name of the author.
That's
but
who
okay.
it was.
Oh, yeah, it's okay. I said, I don't know who it is, so I just said, cool,
yeah.
awesome.
Anyway.
All right, so, and you could see it actually in Gremlins as well.
They were
but there was
actually-
the magical shop. That
The
you could
Magic Shop books, in fact, is what the series was called.
Nice.
But yeah, so we've become the Magic Shop with everything a little bit weird, a little bit off, a little bit strange. You could get a Mogwai here. You could buy a dragon egg here.
Yep.
You could end up with a talking toad here.
Yeah, you could
It's
do
fine.
any number of things. It could
All right, so
completely change.
this is now the mysterious, dark, confusing shop that you walk into, and the geography of the shop is never the same. We get up in the morning, we go to work in the shop, and we're like, well, where's the front desk today?
Well, we'll find out where the shop decided to plant itself today.
Also going,
so
where is that wormswort?
Wormswort! Wormswort!
All right.
As long as it's not too outlandish.
Too outlandish.
No promises there.
It'll be outlandish as me.
His smile fades, his expression suddenly turning serious. Take it easy while I'm gone, all right?
Don't work. Don't be amazing. Don't be serious. Don't be professional. You always work too hard. I laze around and I slack and you work so hard.
Astrid
Stop
leans
it.
over, slowly grabs your face. You is baby.
You are baby. Don't work so hard.
I...
You work enough for 2 people every time I'm gone. I love it. Don't do it. It makes me feel lazy.
But... What else am I going to do? I said, don't push yourself too hard. You're still missing... Oh,
that's new.
That is super new.
That's wonderful.
That's great.
Okay, so in the old one, when we did this, we bitched about the confusion of not knowing if we were an amnesiac and what that meant and levels of things for like the entire time. And we had some real concerns about the way memory was handled. They handle it right out of the gate here. That's great.
Also, again, where they're like, you're supposed to romance characters, that actually gives you more of an idea that actually, shockingly, you are actually playing a character.
And who they are.
And going...
Previously, there was this idea of you can be whomsoever you would like. And we're like, cool, we'll be this. And then you suddenly realize that you have all these distinctions and you don't know what is. And you're like, I don't know who I am.
You're also going, I literally have no choice. I can't stop it. You're still missing your memories. And it will take patience to get them back.
But I'm very patient. Look at me reorganizing
I am
this
so patient.
every
I do
single
all
day.
these things. Watch me do these things. I pick up this thing. I put it here. It's fantastic and it's fantastic. And I will make it beautiful. And then it moves tomorrow. And then I just kind of cry inside because the feng shui is off.
And then I fix it again. That's why I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning, every morning, to put the shop back in order.
I don't really need to sleep because I feel like I've been sleeping for a really long time.
The magic will not work harder than I do, even though you bring me bizarre things that mess it up more.
He's always telling me to have patience in spite of the gaping chasm of darkness in my past, which does not sound like a regular amnesiac at all. So the reason we also say that, we've actually discussed this in our previous playthrough, which we are not done with it yet, but in regards to playing with Julian and also the original prologue, anybody that's actually an amnesiac, as far as I understand, for the most part, you're really very rarely ever going to run into anybody who's ever going to go, I am constantly aware that I don't remember things.
And I can feel gaps in my memory. Like, for the amnesiacs that we've met, as well as the ones I've read biographies and stuff of, they don't feel the chasm of memories. What they feel is basically a disconnect between the people who keep saying they know things they don't.
Right. And that is a thing that actually has been very frustrating. Now, it's the same thing for myself, because also you can actually have basically temporary or even what people call basically permanent amnesia, where you will just forget things because you're so stressed out. I myself have had problems like that, and the only reason it stresses me out more and makes me think about the gaps in my memory is because I go, but I'm supposed to know the answer, and I feel like I did know the answer, or even sometimes it's a thing of like, I said a thing and then I instantly forgot that thing.
As far as I know, that's not amnesia. That's just memory loss.
Yes.
Long-term or short-term.
Yes.
And anyway,
which is a distinguishing thing to make, though, for sure. Thank you very much, then, for joining us. This is going to be a little bit of a short intro because we want to get the ball rolling.
We want the algorithm to find us. We'd like you to join us. We'd love to be seen and found by people. And then the rest of our episodes and the rest of our channel is right around 20 minutes long, except for the Julian route, which is before we figured out time.
Yay! Absolutely. But thank you very much for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And also, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi and our Patreon.
Absolutely.
We would very much appreciate it. And we've got links actually in the description down below for it. But other than that, thank you for joining us. I have been Scandal.
And I have been Lies.
And it was great playing with you. Bye!